Hey everybody, today is the first video in the SQL for Business Analysis series. So whether you're a complete beginner or you just want to brush up on your basic SQL, this is the video for you. We're going to be going over setting up an SQL environment and then running your first couple of statements. So let's dive over into BigQuery and get started. So BigQuery is a petabyte scale data warehouse and it allows us to get started for free with public data sets. So it's the perfect way to learn SQL. So what you want to do first is go to this website. This is bigquery.docs.sandbox and this allows you to set up a BigQuery database for free. So you just go in and agree and continue. You don't need to put in a card or anything like that. And you get into something called BigQuery Studio. And you can start for free here. So what I need to do is just set up a new project. You just call this whatever you want. And once you have the project set up, you can start adding public data sets and you can start querying SQL. So I've got my project set up here and I want to add the public data. So we'll just go over to Explorer, we'll click Add, and then we go to star a project by name. And then you just paste in this. This is going to be down in the comments. This is BigQuery/public/data. I star that. And then I get access to all these data sets and I can start querying BigQuery. And why this is so useful is that all these data sets are large sets of data that do different things. Here is an example of a waste data set. And inside this data set, I can see the schema of the table, which is just kind of the columns and what data points they are. And then I can preview that so I can see what's inside my table and then I can use query to query it. So there's a lot of public data sets in there and we want to work on a natality data set today, which is about births in the US. So I'll go down into my samples data set and this is a data set that contains different tables and then I can choose my natality data set. Going through this data set, and we're not going to use too many columns out of here, you can just see the different columns that are in here and then I can query this table. So I'm going to query this in a new tab, and this is our first select statement. So the select statement allows you to select all or certain columns from a data set. I'm just going to go to more and go to format this query, but this is the first select statement. So it's select star, which will select all the columns in here. So all these columns here, and then from this table, and then we're just going to limit to 5 rows and just see what comes out. So I'm going to run this query and then you can see I have this natality table and it's pulling out 5 rows of the table and all the columns in there. So that's really your first query, is a select star from a table will bring you all the items from that table. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to select certain items from the table. So instead of the star, you can just replace that with the name of the columns. So in here I can see a year, and I can see the weight in pounds, and I can just put that into the select statement, weight in pounds. And if I query that, I just get those 2 columns I've asked for. So I just get the year and weight in pound, and again, this is limiting me to 5. A useful function to use with the select statement is distinct. So when I put distinct in, I can select a distinct value from the database. So I'm looking at year here. I'm going to remove this limit because it's just going to come up with distinct years here. So I can just go select distinct year and weight in pounds. And what this will do is it's a large database. It'll run through the whole database and I can see the distinct year and the weight in pounds. Or if I get rid of the weight in pounds, this might be a bit more obvious what this is doing. So select distinct year will just show me all the years in the data set. And another thing you can do is order by. Order by, again, year. And this will give me all the years in ascending order. So you can see that I've got 40 years in this data set. Or I can do a DESC in here and that'll be order by weight descending. Another thing we can do is rename columns. So if I run this query again and I want this to go out to a business user, I don't really want weight in pounds because I don't know what weight in pounds this is. It's birth weight, so I can rename this column by just putting an as in here. So weight in pounds as birth weight can rename my column to what I want to be called. And this is something that's used a lot with business data. Finally, we can do basic arithmetic within the select statement as well. So say I have weight in pounds in here, but I'm looking for weight in kilos. So what I can do is I can divide weight in pounds by 2.2, and I can just call that birth weight, and I'll just put in kilograms in here. So if I run this, this will then divide my birth weight in pounds by 2.2 and give me my birth weight in kilos. So you can use plus minus multiplication here as well. And you can do that with multiple fields. So you can multiply field names together, you can add field names together, and that will give you out a number down below. So that's it for today, just showing you how to set up your SQL, how to select certain columns, how to perform arithmetic, how to pick distinct columns, and how to order by. We'll be going over some more complex examples in the next video, but I hope you found this useful. Follow for more.